Well, CWL Bravo, this is what it's all led to. UNILAD against Luminosity. Our final game here over on our side stage, if you like. And everything else is going on Alpha after this, but what a story it's been for UNILAD so far this weekend. Over the past few weeks, if anything, they have now found themselves, yes, in the losers bracket, but beating Optic. Now they've got Luminosity. If they win this, they've got themselves a place in the losers bracket final. My name is Tony, and I'm here joined by Chance. And what a series this is going to be. I think it's going to be super tight like we seen in UNILAD's last game as well.
Should be fire. I mean, both of these teams have completed step one. They've accomplished some goals. UNILAD been playing out of their minds. They've got the top four. LG, you get the revenge match against Optic Gaming. You get the win. But that's step one. The goal number two is you just got to win the damn tournament. Top four is great, but it's not good enough. You win this, and then you play the loser of Rise versus Red. So we might have some twin matchups. Of course, Uni has to get past this one. LG, they have the early lead. 8 seconds though on pit center. Not much.
Yeah, UNILAD are quite happy to allow them to gain control, if you like. They do have the spawns that they want. They're playing very, very safe right now, UNILAD. And I mean, for me, the main catalyst is, I mean, they've all been playing fantastic, but what we've seen from Alex in that series against Optic is insane. He needs to do that again here now, though, because the best player on Luminosity so far this weekend has been John. Full stop. If he can match him on an SMG basis, Zed as well, then UNILAD can win this series. However, I think if they don't do that, then LG could definitely walk away with this.
Well, UNILAD bullying out LG off the rip. They are just now crossing the mid-map point, and they didn't even get a lot of time on pit center. And now you have Money Hill number one with UNILAD in full control, and you can see they got the full spread across the map. Zed wins one gunfight. Slacked and Formleech win theirs a piece, but Slacked inside the hill, yeah, you're just going to run into Shawnee. And Shawnee, I think, is a pretty solid player, but when you put a bar in that man's hands, it's like he turns into a completely different beast.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal all weekend, and I think there's so many different times we can highlight one of the UNILAD players. You know, Muskin's had a great series, Zed has done fantastic, Shawnee and Alex. That's the thing with them. We spoke about this before when we had their game, that every single one of these players has moments where they can go off, and Alex nearly finds another one in the middle of the map against JCap. He was momentarily the last alive, and they've spawned them out. This is a big gunfight towards the back. It's actually going to be JCap left. And can he do anything? He's going to get taken down by Shawnee. Perfect for UNILAD.
I mean, that was a damn near perfect pit center. They keep LG at bay. Then they hold the fort courtyard. They give up 10 seconds to get the perfect rotation over towards the next. That's 3 hills back to back to back that they are doing a fantastic job. How the hell, by the way, did John get there? Did he spawned there, didn't he?
He spawned there. They'll know, though, because they spawned down at cave, so UNILAD will be aware of what's going on here. I don't really know how John's managed to spawn there, but the spawns will favor Luminosity, and they will break, and UNILAD will be frustrated with that.
That is 3 like hills of perfect hardpoint play just to get it tossed away from one single moment. So UNILAD, they still have the lead, though. They're going to have to try and re-break, because if this 30 seconds away goes the way of LG, then it's basically a tie game. A heartbreaker in the finest sense, but that's what happens. You push up too far, you give up that spawn right behind you, and UNILAD could potentially pay that dear price.
Yeah, and this would have been much more comfortable for UNILAD right now. We would have seen them about 100 to 20, something in and around that time, if they managed to hold Castle Rock for the rest of the time, of course. But right now they are setting up a turret, and Luminosity will take every single one of those points at Castle Road. Alex does momentarily disrupt that, so John looking towards him. It depends how many times he jumped in and out of the hard point there, but he will be working on some streaks, maybe 340 points right now. But let's see what Shawnee can do to hold down turret. One goes down, as does Alex, taking down John. Slacked, trying to do something that he can, does take down Shawnee, but Zed answering back with a kill on a fall. This has been a good hold by UNILAD so far. Luminosity really haven't gotten too close. 2 kills do go down towards turret though, and yet there you go. John, who's that calling the streaks in? Who was that? I haven't even noticed myself. It must be JCap.
It was someone for LG, but they don't get much out of it because you can see the turret hill still in complete control. UNILAD, LG at this point, well, they're going to invest in smokes just so they can at least contest the hill. John wins one gunfight inside. It's pre-firing for the second. I'm assuming he just heard that player, but the magic act is complete. LG able to break through. Still, though, first set of rotations is going to be in, and UNILAD, again, they've been on point. They have won every single rotation battle. They are looking great so far. You got to keep it up, though. Yep,
they've kept the score in their favor as well after the first rotation. We'll see about a 25-point game. Good stuff from Luminosity, though, in all respect to them. UNILAD, yeah, okay, they have rotated earlier. They've rotated better and locked down their setups, but Luminosity have kept plugging away and kept this a little bit tighter than it possibly should be. Good stuff by John, 14-9 from him, and if he performs, LG becomes such a threat for anybody on the planet, I feel.
Absolutely. UNILAD, though, trying to get back into the fight on pit center. Keep in mind, last time UNILAD was able to hold on to the spawns while actually getting quite a bit of time on the pit, but this time LG, well, they're not only going to reclaim the lead, they're going to try to extend it by quite a bit. Of course, they're not going to be able to push forward for those spawns. Alex, the man, has been a beast. He's able to find 2. JCap, though, finds 2 of his own, but it's on the defensive end. UNILAD, they're just trying to keep LG at bay, and they are doing just that.
Alex inside the hardpoint, just trying to stay alive as best he can. PPSH in hand. He's going to get taken down by Slack, but UNILAD, the damage is done, so to speak. You know, they have got that rotation towards forward courtyard once again. Luminosity will clean up the final few points and will momentarily take a lead as well. Formal having a good game at 10 and 8, but he does have that artillery as well. Wouldn't surprise me. Would he use it now, would you say, or do you think hold it till Castle Road just in case?
Well, considering 2 of his teammates just fell, he might have to make a decision, but at the same time, why use the streak when you've been doing it the whole game with your gun? So picks off 1 player inside the hill. He's waiting for Shawnee to overcommit to potentially get the second, but maybe squeeze on through. It's open. The nades are coming in as well. UNILAD just kind of left up in the cut. Formal's going to push on through, finds the 4th kill, and of course the rest of LG won the gunfights on the other end. Now they're all spawning cave. Formal, he's hunting down for some kills. He gets triple shot, but either way, LG at the very least, they stop UNILAD from running up the score.
And UNILAD want to contest the score as much as they can. They've run all the way from outside a turret and ran straight up the ladder, and 3 of them get in there, and it's going to be a bit of a bloodbath towards this final 20 seconds. Who's going to be able to keep a hold of it? Slack finds Shawnee. Formal does find Alex as well, and the rotation towards Castle Road will be UNILAD's, but the lead will be Luminosity's.
All right, UNILAD, your job here is, well, now I was going to say not give up the god spawn, but now you just got to hold on for dear life. The pressure from LG is coming. It's going to be a straight-up 3v3, the gunfights. These are the ones that matter the most. John comes out on top of 1, but you see the nade and Wuskin getting kills on the other end. But still, LG, with a little bit of pressure they had, Shawnee eventually able to clear him down. That is push number 1 stuffed.
Now they need to make sure not to get too aggressive. And it's Zed that's been the aggressor, finds 1. Alex helping him out, takes down Slacked. Alex taking Formal as well. Really good hold by UNILAD once again. In the mid-map here, they set themselves up and they just post up so well. But there you go, there's the first time the streak's going to be used by Formal. Here comes the artillery. And that is going to force them out. Good stuff for Luminosity, who are now pushing through cave. They may be able to break here. John finds 2. JCap in the middle of the map trying to do something, but that's a good kill for Shawnee to make on Slacked. Alex does take down John as well, so yes, okay, Luminosity put the streaks down, but they haven't been able to get any points from that, but have limited UNILAD to some as well. Yeah,
essentially it was just saying, hey, I'm going to make sure you don't get 15 seconds, and well, we've seen how many games within 15 points we've had this weekend. I think just today, maybe 4 or 5, so yeah. Keep in mind, maybe the artillery actually did a pretty good job. UNILAD, though, working their way towards third. They got 1 player in cave, but Alex mid-map, he's trying to do as much destruction as he can, while Wuskin's, well, just going to be able to find John, looking for Formal as well. Doesn't even absorb a bullet, finds himself 2 kills, and Slacks, yeah, he knows it. He can't challenge this gunfight, and if he does, he's just going to get his face ripped off. He's got to wait for the reinforcements.
Shawnee finding 2 in the middle as well, and this is going to be a collapse from UNILAD. They get the majority of the time at Castle Road, and will rotate around towards turret with the more members, but Slack finds 2. Alex is the only one to answer back. Really good stuff from Luminosity. They're going to be able to hold that down, but John inside the hard point now, working on some streaks. Slack has been impressive. I didn't know if you caught the series against FaZe, but Slack was very, very strong throughout all of that. They absolutely smoked him.
And he was the man with the plan, right? He's the one that's chucking smokes to allow his teammates to surge forward while he actually did take Wuskins out of the top window. So he made the big play that let LG get over towards this turret hill, and that's how one man can kind of, well, at least allow your team to step up and win some better gunfights. Now you got JCap trying to be that roaming slayer. He's got Formal on the back end helping him out, but JCap letting it ride. He's on a 3 streak. Make it a 4. John's on a 3 as well. Make it a 5 for JCap. 660s, 40 points off a glide bomb. Man might get fully streaked out.
He really needs to get this as well. Luminosity are starting to pull away now. This is the biggest lead we've seen from them throughout this game. JCap working on some streaks. He's also chasing down Wuskin. This could be bad for him, but he's going to get taken down by Formal. Shawnee and Zed answer back here for UNILAD as well, but there's the glide bomb. JCap trying to work on some more. They really do need to take him down without dying, and they do so. So the JCap's just limited to getting a glide bomb, which is important. Now UNILAD, they've got the spawn that they want. They've got Pin Center locked down at 30 seconds to play for.
And this is massive as well, because of course JCap, well, he was flanking through the quote bad side for the next hill to make it happen. He only gets the glide bomb, so maybe it'd be enough. But you see LG, this is the 3rd time in a row where they have not had spawns from the Pin Center side. Going into next, UNILAD though, obviously it is a 3-point game. They're gonna have to get a pretty solid hold. Alex, of course, he's gonna be one of the guys on the front line. Wuskins has the other side of the map covered. LG though, they're 2 for 2 with breaking through. We'll see if they can do it once again.
Let's see, it could come down to this. This will be a big hold by UNILAD. Look at the spawns come in. Why have they pushed out so far? They pushed so far out, they had it completely locked down, and now Luminosity spawned all the way behind them, and it was a really good wipe by UNILAD, but it might be for absolutely nothing. John inside the hard point. Zed is close, and here come the streaks in from JCap. John finds 2. Zed does find another. Slack trying to answer back as UNILAD spawn down towards turret. And they've just been so unfortunate with spawns. Maybe being too aggressive here, Chance.
I mean, we'd have to go back and rewatch that specific one. I think the first one was definitely just a god spawn for John, but that one, yeah, if the entire team spawns in the back, you have to have someone back there to absorb the pressure. LG is going to be taking full advantage of the situation. This is the largest lead they've had all game, and they're going to push it even further. They're up by 20 now. By the end of it, they're going to be up by about 35, and you got Shawnee with the bad spawn. Same situation we saw last time, just a straight up 3v3, and now LG pouring on the pressure.
Spawns come in for UNILAD, and they've really not been able to control them here in Gibraltar that well. And that is what it could come down to, because if anything, they've rotated well, they've held it well, but a couple of times spawns have not went in their favor, or they just have lost them, and Luminosity have taken advantage every single time. 220 and rising for them. Shawnee trying to do what he can in the middle of the map with the bar, trying to laser through the break. Not going to work for them though. The majority of the kills going towards Luminosity. They're 20 away here, Chance, and they're finding most of the kills. UNILAD have to actually just completely funnel through this bridge and see what they can do. Slack up top, trying to lock it down, does get taken down by Zed, so there's maybe one last opportunity here for UNILAD, but they're going to have to be pitcher perfect. Alex finds Formal. JCap inside the point does find Alex as well. There's nobody from Luminosity inside the hard point momentarily as Wuskins finds two, but the spawn's still there for Luminosity. Shawnee trying to lock this down. We may still yet go over towards turret. Look at the spawn out from Luminosity. UNILAD need to get every single one of these 10 points.
Wuskin has a 5 streak, but he's got to get more, and you can see you can afford to fight for the pressure on the hill. You can just flood relentlessly, and that's what LG does, and LG gets that map number 1 win, 250-189. LG, they're just coming off a victory against FaZe. They got the hot 3-0. It looks like the train hasn't stopped. They're looking pretty good here, map number 1.
Yeah, really good stuff once again from Luminosity, and we expected them coming into this series hot, and they have done. You would like to say that UNILAD, I don't want to say unfortunate, because there was a couple of times where they lost the spawns themselves and being too aggressive maybe, and maybe just not watching the spawns that they should have been in. Anyway, Luminosity do take full advantage of that one, 250-189, and map number 1. They go 1-0 up in the series. We'll be back with map number 2 just after this. Welcome back to CWL Anaheim. Losers semi-finals here between Luminosity and UNILAD. The winner will play the loser of Rise against Red Reserve. This is the final 4 teams. And again, let's just talk about Luminosity winning that first map. Maybe a little bit of fortune here and there, but strong performances from them all around. We've seen John play well. We've seen all of them play well. The streaks coming from Formal, and they make it their own. And now UNILAD have a tough task ahead. They are 1-0 down here, Chance.
Fortune absolutely on their side. John's going to be looking for a pick in the tin window. I think he saw Shawnee cross over. Not entirely sure, but now he's playing. What the hell? Okay, now see, the COD gods are like, okay, I hate Europe. We've been putting them down for years. We got to let it ride. If that's happening in your game, dude, UNILAD, like, what do you do to win? How could you win when stuff like that is happening? That is insane. John's a glitch, dude.
I mean, he just, like, he put it through the train as well. That's why he's hit market. That's unbelievable. Luminosity win the round. I am lost.
UNILAD, they need to gather that energy. They don't have time. Like, again, like, that's a super unfortunate round. I mean, honestly, Shawnee might have just got caught out anyway. To be fair, he's kind of just standing out in the open. It's just no scopes look wild. But UNILAD, I mean, we saw some uncharacteristic mistakes in the Gibraltar. Definitely not the John spawn, but at least the entire team LG on the second hill the second or third time around. Those are mistakes UNILAD hasn't been making, I think, since this team has formed. They can't afford to start making them now. Again, yes, they've solidified top 4. It's not good enough. They got to get this W. We got to see the twin battle, man. Of course, on the flip side, LG, they're going for that tournament win as well. And Formal able to find first blood.
What was Shawnee now? Let's take down Zed, and this has been a good start for Luminosity, who have been starting very, very hot throughout the last few games. What is Formal doing in the middle of the map, Alex? Will find Slack, but gets hunted down, and Formal finds 3. Sensational stuff from him.
The question was asked earlier to the Twitter fans. We covered it on the analyst desk, and the question was, who has like improved the most? Who has turned up more than recently? Formal was one of the 2 guys mentioned, and I'm tending to agree. Formal's been playing lights out of his mind. He might not have been the problem, but it does seem like he might be the solution.
He's been very, very strong throughout this map already. 4-0 for him. Those 3 kills in the middle of the map, very influential for the rest of that round. 4-0 for him, 2-0 for Luminosity. Formal in the map now. Looks as if it is going to be a B push, and he's just going to be covering. Let's go for somebody else who's moving towards the bomb. Actually stay with Formal, who gets set through the smoke. Fantastic shots by him. Looking for Alex as well. You do not want to run into this man's crosshairs right now, but they will be searching for him. Wuskin takes down John. Slack takes down Wuskin. Formal still alive. Shawnee coming in from behind. He should be cleaned up, and he is. That's an important call for Shawnee to make.
Huge kill. Still, though, in terms of the round, Slack is going to be able to get this bomb down, and the 2 players for UNILAD, well, they're mid-map. JCap is out in the middle of nowhere, essentially, but the effect is true. That means Slack gets the bomb down for free, and now they know JCap is somewhere in fire. You just got to shoulder peek this, and yes, JCap sees him, immediately turns, dips away. He's just trying to buy his teammate time. Slack, of course, on the main street. Hetty, well, able to win the gunfight against Alex. Shawnee's got to go on the hunt. He's going to get shot in the back, though. JCap going for the cleanup kill. Do a little dance, make a little love, and LG is going to get down tonight. Up 3 rounds to none.
Luminosity looking so strong in the search and destroy. Albeit we'll give them a little bit of fortune in the first one, but at the same time, the other 2 have been somewhat clinical from them. JCap comes in there and gets the final kill, and that's going to be 3-0. Luminosity looking so good in the search and destroy, and really good in the series. You know, feeling now that this could well and truly be the end of the UNILAD story here this weekend.
Definitely not looking good. I mean, LG is 3 for 3 with first bloods. You got the entire team is 1-3. Of course, though, UNILAD, you expect they're going to be able to bounce back. Bomb's looking over towards that A site. Wuskin's going to be able to spot 2 players mid-map. You don't know if you want to challenge that, but he's going to go for it. The other player for LG just kind of dipped out to cross to B, and well, now you see the effect of that. LG, all 3 players are stacked by the B site, and there is no one there for UNILAD. Wuskins, he's feeling the pressure. He is going to solo this one now, so he might just get isolated. He's going to spot 1, going to spot 2. He's going to kill 1, and now actually they're pinned down. Wuskins, he's just winning the round for his team. He's at 2 kills. He's looking for more. JCap, he's just going to get sound horde as well. Easy kills right now. The question is, do you feed Wuskin?
They try not to. This will put him on 400 points if Slack can't get away from it. Chasing him down, trying not to be overzealous here. Wuskin needs to win the gunfight and does so. There is the ace from Wuskin. 3-1, and that could be it. That could be trying to get them back into this round. Fantastic stuff from. Some would call him the lesser twin, but he would argue that this weekend.
Well, massive turnaround nonetheless. We'll see if they can bounce back. And I think they might be able to do it. You're going to see Wuskins almost certainly. He's going to take the bomb, see if he can get that plan as that round develops. Oh, he's probably not going to take the bomb if they're on defense, though.
No, I would imagine no. I would imagine not.
That'd be crazy.
That would be insane if you could do that. Imagine if you could pick up the bomb and take it with you. Just why isn't that a mechanic in the game?
Because that would be broken. LG apparently actually wanted Wuskins to take the bomb. They ignored it off the rip. Formal's going to double back to make sure he can pick it up. Still, though, the trend has been win first blood, win the round. J-Cap's looking for it, feeling the pressure from the nades.
Yeah, he has to back off and does so. Formal looking for the pick up to Shawnee in the mid, and Shawnee is going to get some backup as well. Formal had a fantastic first couple of rounds. Let's see if he can continue this slack on the largest of flanks right now. How has he managed to get through here? John is going to find Shawnee as well, so UNILAD are going to be aware of what's going on, but Slack is in a good position. Wuskin does answer back with a kill on a J-Cap, so that's something that he can definitely be working on. They know he'll be close to streaks. They do not want to feed Wuskin.
Setup LG has, they got two player outside of docks. Slack is going to be bouncing back and forth, watching mid-map and potentially watching the back, but the timing is what's going to happen because the player's showing up mid-map, the player's showing in the back at the exact same time. I don't know if Slack has been spotted. It looks like Zed's looking for him, but now he definitely has, and there you go. Slack gets cleaned up, shot in the back, and of course John has a sniper. He needs a prayer, but honestly, with how good he's been, you expect he might be able to find at least one. Two players coming on the backside. And well, that's a tough gunfight to win. He's just going to get cleaned up. Wuskin's going for it, but no, John, the miracle, he's hunting for the kill. He is freaking unreal. John has been so good. The man doesn't have to aim, and the shots still connect. And more importantly, the distraction was there. Both of those players focused on John, and those are free kills for Formal. The COD gods, they want it. The COD gods, they need it. They're trying to get LG this win. They're up 4-1.
I'm speechless at this moment in time, Chance. I just, what more can you do? They put so many bullets in him, and he drop shot quick scope.
He's a miracle worker, man. John has been.
That's 2 rounds. Okay, the first round you don't put it down totally just to that no scope, but it definitely had an influence. But that is just, that doesn't necessarily win them the round as well, but it puts him in a fantastic position to do so. John working magic here on Bravo. J-Cap does find Shawnee. Zed finds 2 though. Good stuff from him. I feel like he's been a little bit more quiet, Zed. But right now, UNILAD trying to get back into this game. They're 4-1 down there. Formal takes a lot of bullets. Zed is posted up quite high. They're expecting a push here from Slacked. He's going to spot him in the back. Oh, no. Slacked is going to take him down. Wuskin stays alive.
This is going to be brutal. You just kind of throw away the round. Formal's on the hunt, and UNILAD, again, we talk about they don't make many mistakes, but now Alex is forced to clutch. He feels the pressure from both sides, but what can he really do? And again, it's just an overpeak. I don't know if they saw the player cross over towards Useless or if they just felt it, but they had some vague awareness, and Slack, I mean, the timing was on his side as well. But it's just uncharacteristic of UNILAD. It's just mistakes they haven't been making.
It feels like, I think if they'd went straight from that Uptick gaming game into this, we maybe would have seen a bit more fire. It is a long day through the losers bracket. Luminosity, you've got to go through the same thing. No, and Luminosity off the back of a 3-0 win. It could be that mental, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Mental fatigue, that's it. You know, Luminosity have a quick and easy game against FaZe. UNILAD have a really long round 11 map 5 against Optic, and it really could be hurting them. And you know, their heads might just not be in the space at the moment. Right now it's showing. Luminosity are looking good to go 2-0 up. Formal finds Zed.
John finds Shawnee. That's just, again, every single kill. It seems like it's just going LG's way, methodical. You know Formal's going to win that gunfight. That is a dominating 6-1 performance for LG. I don't know what John is, man. I don't know what he eats for breakfast. All what I know is for the past 2 weeks of the Pro League, we've been talking about Dashy's the best sniper in the game. John has come out at Anaheim just chuckling to himself, saying, watch this, repeatedly, just no scopes, quick scopes when he's one shot, world star kill cams. John has been doing it all. And the hilarious thing was, he only had 4 kills. Formal just went 11-2. Formal has one of the better S&D performances we have seen. Again, I mean, he got dropped because they thought he was the problem. But again, he has just been incredible so far at Anaheim.
Really, really good stuff from Luminosity. And UNILAD seem to be embarking throughout this tournament, and it just seems as if they're going to go out without a whimper at this moment in time. Luminosity looking solid. 2-0 to them. We're back with map number 3, which could be the final one after this quick commercial break.